Hi, Gary Krebs here again, and got my friend John Clanton behind the camera, and want to thank you for watching these series of videos on how to use the Gary Krebs popper jigs. In this video, we're going to be showing you how to put in the glass rattle in the front of the poppers. This is one of those little things that can really change how the fish strike this popper. I designed these poppers to use for snook down in Florida, and was trying to add anything I could add to them to create more and more sound. You can hear it? That's just one more thing that you can add to this fly that makes it more effective. So we wanted to do this video to show you how to install it. It's pretty simple, but I want to show you how I do it. And just a little example of how well this thing works. This is a fly that's from a few years ago, but fished with Kevin Mihailoff one day, and this fly took 25 snook in one day. And if you can see there, that glass rattle has been crushed by the snook biting it. So it was one of those examples that really impressed me, and I hang on to this fly. Okay, the rattle that I'm going to use in this is a 7/16 fly, and this is the micro mini glass rattle. Okay. We have this fly that I've tied previously. Now, before you install, take the rubber legs out. Okay, we'll put those back in a minute. Okay, now the tool that I'm going to use to install this, this is an X-Acto knife handle, and I've got a 6-penny nail that I've cut the head off of it and kind of rounded the point there. Now, if you can see, right here on the end, I've made a little notch with a file to let me know how deep to put it, and I made that notch by just holding the rattle up to it. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this nail up with, you can use any kind of torch. This is a creme brulee torch, and we're just going to heat that up. Now, you're not drilling a hole, you're burning a hole into this head, so the diameter of the hole is determined by how hot you get this. So it's going to take a couple of times for you to learn how hot it can be. My advice is just don't make it red hot. Get it red down here, let it cool a little bit, and then we'll slide it into the fly. Now, if you look at the fly, you'll notice that I've tipped the fly up in the vise. I've locked it in tight at that angle. I'm going to heat this up, and I'm going to slide it right down, right above the eye. Now, be real careful not to get close to the shank of the hook, or you'll melt the threads that you put on there. So stay up just a little bit. We'll get it hot, and then we'll just insert it until we get to those marks for the depth. Now, if you don't take your legs out, when you get to that depth, you're right back there at them. If the legs are in there, they'll melt and then they'll just fall out. So just take your legs out. Okay, now I've got my nail heated up. I'm going to come right above the eye and insert it right there and push it straight in until you get to your mark for your depth, and pull it out. We're going to just take super glue, Zap-A-Gap or regular super glue, either one. Now, put one drop of super glue, and don't drop it right over the hole. It'll cap the hole and it won't run inside. So just put the drop right off to the side here so it touches it, and then it'll roll right down into the hole. Now take your rattle, get it in my hands here a little better. Take your rattle and start it with your fingers. And then I use just a coffee stirring stick, a little straw. Use that as a push rod. Push that right down in and push it until it stops. And there we have our glass rattle inserted into our fly. And that's how you install the glass rattle. Now, I used a 7/16 for demonstration purposes, but this micro mini rattle fits real well in the 1/2 inch, and you can put it in a 3/8. It's a great addition to your fly if you're fishing for fish that need a little more action. So thank you for watching. See you on the next one.